11 world-class players shockingly left out of the 2026 World Cup. The 2026 World Cup is finally here. The biggest football stars on the planet are preparing to battle for glory. But while millions of fans are celebrating squad announcements, some elite players are sitting at home. And honestly, some of these omissions are absolutely unbelievable. We're talking about Champions League stars, Premier League standouts, future superstars, and even players many fans expected to start for their countries. Today, we're counting down the most shocking World Cup snubs of 2026. And trust me, the player Brazil left behind might be the craziest omission of them all. Make sure you stay until the end and tell us in the comments, which player do you think deserved a place at the World Cup? Let's get started. 11. Brandon Peterson. Let's begin in South Africa. Goalkeepers rarely dominate headlines when squad lists are announced, but Brandon Peterson's omission caused serious controversy. After an impressive season with Kaizer Chiefs, many supporters expected him to be part of South Africa's World Cup squad. Instead, national team boss Hugo Broos looked elsewhere. For many South African fans, it was a decision that simply didn't make sense. While this may not be the biggest snap on our list, it's certainly one of the most debated. 10. Jeremy Frimpong. This one is awkward, very awkward. Recently, Liverpool's flying fullback Jeremy Frimpong publicly backed Memphis Depay's inclusion in the Dutch squad. He told reporters that Memphis was vital for the Netherlands and hoped he'd be selected. Well, Memphis got his call up, Frimpong didn't. Imagine campaigning for someone else's place, only to lose your own. Considering Frimpong's pace, attacking threats, and outstanding club performances, many fans were stunned by Ronald Koeman's decision. 9. Love him or hate him, Harry Maguire has been one of England's most reliable tournament performers. So when Thomas Tuchel left him out, the Manchester United defender was devastated. Maguire admitted he was shocked and gutted, and honestly, after the season he had, many England supporters felt exactly the same. He's been a regular fixture for England for years, yet when the World Cup came calling, there was no seat reserved for him. 8. Dean Huijsen. Not long ago, Dean Huijsen was being described as the future of Spain's defense. The young Real Madrid defender seemed destined for a major role at this World Cup. Instead, Luis de la Fuente left him at home. A dip in form during 2026 ultimately cost him. What's even more surprising is that Spain's squad contains 0 Real Madrid players. Yes, you heard that correctly. For the first time ever, Spain will enter a World Cup without a single Real Madrid representative. An incredible statistic. 7. Alvaro Carrera, another Spanish shocker. Alvaro Carrera started the season looking like a future national team regular. Some even believed he could challenge Marco Kurela for the starting left-back role. But football moves fast. A difficult second half of the campaign saw his stock fall dramatically, and despite showing enormous potential, the World Cup dream will have to wait. 6. Adam Watson. This may be one of the most underrated omissions on the list. Crystal Palace midfielder Adam Watson has been sensational. His passing range, his vision, his composure under pressure. Many believe England simply don't have another midfielder quite like him. While Thomas Tuchel clearly has a tactical plan for his squad, a lot of fans are wondering how Watson didn't fit into it. Could England regret this decision later in the tournament? Don't be surprised if they do. 5. Eduardo Camavinga. Remember the 2022 World Cup final? Camavinga changed that game when he came on. At one stage, he looked destined to become the future leader of both France and Real Madrid's midfield. Fast forward to 2026, and he's not even in France's World Cup squad. A combination of inconsistency and fierce competition has left one of football's most talented young midfielders watching from home. At just 23 years old though, this story is far from over. 4. Matheus Fernandes. Portugal's midfield is absolutely stacked. Vitinha, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Neves, the list goes on. But even so, many supporters were surprised that Matheus Fernandes didn't make the cut. The talented midfielder has shown flashes of real quality despite difficult club circumstances. Unfortunately for him, Portugal simply had too many stars competing for too few places. 3. Karim Adeyemi. A few years ago, Karim Adeyemi looked destined to become Germany's next superstar. His electric pace terrified defenders. His potential seemed limitless. But football can be brutal. Injuries, loss of form, and missed opportunities have stalled his rise. As a result, Julian Nagelsmann decided to move in a different direction. It's one of the biggest what-if stories heading into this World Cup. 2. João Pedro. Now we're getting into truly shocking territory. Chelsea striker João Pedro was so widely expected to make Brazil's squad. He actually appeared in the official World Cup sticker collection. Yet, when Carlo Ancelotti announced his final squad, João Pedro's name wasn't there. Instead, Ancelotti chose Neymar. Yes, a Neymar who hasn't played regularly for Brazil in years and has once again been battling fitness issues. Even Ancelotti admitted he felt sorry for João Pedro, and if Neymar struggles during the tournament, this decision could come back to haunt Brazil. 1. Mika Götze. And our number 1 World Cup snub is Mika Götze. If you haven't seen this young Ajax winger play, keep an eye on him, because Belgium may have just left a future superstar at home. At only 20 years old, Götze possesses something every tournament-winning team needs: unpredictability, explosiveness, and that magical ability to change a game in a single moment. Many fans believed he could be Belgium's secret weapon off the bench. Instead, he will be watching from afar. And if Belgium struggle to create chances this summer, questions about this omission will only grow louder. So there you have it, the 11 biggest World Cup snubs of 2026, from Harry Maguire and Jeremy Frimpong to Eduardo Camavinga and João Pedro. This year's omissions have left football fans around the world scratching their heads. But now, it's your turn. Comment below, which player was the biggest robbery? Who should never have been left out? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next football breakdown. Thanks for watching.